How to be happy has been one of the most investigated study subjects of human psychology. Naturally, we all want to be happy, and that's the very basic nature of every living being. It's not just limited to human beings. Some of us may find happiness in money, power, others, or watching movie lie down on the couch, or others may find happiness in extremely dangerous adventure sports, or in helping others. So it's kind of complex to generalize happiness for everyone. Though it is the most sought thing in life, very few of us understand it precisely, and an average person never thinks of it in a way to understand it, though he wants it. And this is the biggest reason of unhappiness, that you don't understand what is happiness. Science says 40% of happiness depends on you, 50% on your genetics, and 10% on your current conditions. World Happiness Report says around 1 billion people suffer from anxiety. So what is this happiness and unhappiness, and why do you feel any one of it, and how can we choose any one of it? One thing you have to understand, that every human experience has a chemical basis to it. Everything experienced is within you. Whatever you watch, hear, feel, everything. Over a period of time, you create your inner world, which has certain data, programs, patterns, just like computer, based on your thoughts. An average person has around 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day. It means you think 8 to 42 thoughts per minute, and if you remove your 7 hours of sleeping time, you still have around 12 to 59 thoughts per minute. Most fascinating fact is that 95% of your thoughts are repetitive in nature. It means you're thinking them every day. So they are just part of your autopilot thinking pattern. You can call them habitual thinking. Your thoughts are at the root of your behavior and action. Means how you're responding to outer world and your life experiences. And that causes 3 different changes in brain in constant manner. And these changes are really very fast. First change is type and level of chemicals between the brain cells. Brain actually works by transferring chemical signals between brain cells called neurons. This is the quickest change which happens within the brain and brings short-term changes in your performance, behavior, and feelings. Second change is structure. That is the connection between the neurons. It brings long-term changes and equally requires enough time to happen. And the third change is functional aspect. As you use an area of your brain more often, it becomes easy to activate that region again and again. It also changes when and how these areas are activated. This change may go in any of the 2 directions, positive and negative, and that depends on your brain pattern. Shaping, reshaping of your brain is far more unique in each case. Means no 2 individuals can have same brain patterns, exactly same life experience. We all live our own lives. In simple terms, you can call it that you develop your own ways of things and thinking. And when things don't go your way, you feel unhappy. And when they go your way, you feel happy. So this is a reason that eating fish, drinking wine, and extreme adventure sports may make somebody extremely happy, whereas it may make somebody feel unhappy. The difference is programming and the meaning attached to different things. Think about a child who doesn't mind scratching your car, painting on the walls, breaking things, making noise, laughing loud without any apparent reason, which for an adult brain is a kind of crazy. The same baby may cry for a toy or any other things, which again for an adult brain is difficult to understand or do. That's the natural human state. So it means some level of unhappiness is natural to our being. And any unhappiness beyond that natural limit is something we cannot handle and has negative consequences for overall life experiences. What's important here to understand that when you are within the limits of unhappiness, we can quickly rebound to our happy state like a child after an episode of unhappiness. So how do we cross that natural limit of unhappiness in life and fail to rebound to a state of being happy? To understand this, you need to understand what exactly is happiness. In simple terms, it's a combination of how overall satisfied you are with your life, you can call it long-term experience of happiness, and how good you feel on a daily basis. That's your current state. So basically, your overall happiness depends on 2 factors, your overall life experiences and your current experiences. How satisfied and how you feel depends on meaning you attach to different things in life. It means what you think about different events in life. But if we go at the root of happiness, there are 4 primary chemicals in the brain which are responsible for you feeling happiness: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Each one is activated in a different way and depends on your brain pattern and thoughts. Similarly, on the other hand, cortisol and norepinephrine cause an unhappy feeling in the body. So over a period of time, we attach too much meaning to too many different things in life, like money, success, love, acceptance, rejection, loss, profit, good, bad, etc. And this is basically programming in your brain. So you program your brain to release a specific chemical, a specific event, which makes you happy or unhappy. You have a happy day if your brain releases happy chemicals, or you may have a bad day, which is just an unhappy day, if your brain releases an unhappy chemical. How often your brain releases happy or unhappy chemical depends upon your patterns and thoughts. Your brain has a kind of gravity, so you start with the rare unhappy events and gradually move to more and more unhappy events. So if you push it in the wrong direction, you can really have long unhappy state, which is nothing but a result of brain training. As I've already told you, that third change which happens in your brain is functional. So when you activate unhappy area more often, it becomes easy to activate that area. Eventually you become an effortless unhappy person. So now the natural question is, so is it really difficult to be happy? The answer is no, it is not. It's just like trying to learn any other thing in life. You just need to understand your unique case and apply some basic method to push your brain in other direction. As I've told you that your brain got a kind of gravity, and gradually it will start leaning towards happiness. So precisely what can we do? Number one, happiness and unhappiness involve separate brain areas. That is why we can be happy as well as unhappy at a time. So you can be very happy if your daughter or sister getting married, along with being equally unhappy as she gonna leave you and live somewhere else. So in the beginning, you just need to increase frequency of happy chemical releases. So get into as many as very tiny episodes of happiness each day. This is going to give you an instant short-term results. Number two, now you can go a little more further. Understand that approximately 95% of your thoughts are repetitive in nature. So now you need to choose to change them. So you got approximately 12 to 15 thoughts per minute. So even if you think positive or recall a happy memory or get involved in something which makes you happy just for a minute, you're changing so many thoughts. Choose a specific time in a day, keep increasing your duration, and this way you're not only reducing your unhappiness, you're developing new patterns which will become autopilot after some time. Means it will bring all three changes in your brain. And fear of suffering is one of the biggest reasons of unhappiness. It means the biggest reason of unhappiness is perceived future event which may never happen. You have to understand that in all cases, unhappiness is a result of slavery to external causes, resulting in unwanted chemical reactions in your body. So understand that almost all your fears are real. They're never going to happen in all the circumstances. Whenever you have those kind of feelings, try to consciously replace them with positive and more logical thoughts. Over a period of time, these fearful thoughts will stop coming because you are deactivating their origin. Number four, you may find certain apparent reasons to be unhappy, like disease, death, loss, poverty, and prison. So how can you be happy in every situation which is so grim? But the answer is, if you choose to be happy, you still can be happy. You can't change your external circumstances. You got control only on yourself. Being happy doesn't mean that your loss has no meaning for you. It's just another way of living. So you can be very sad after your loss, but you can choose to be happy along with the sadness as you acknowledge your loss and move on. This is the best way to go through these difficult phases in life, as you're always aware about your true power and control. I think above information gonna help you live a happy life. Thanks for watching.